Welcome back to Messiah, an introduction to a complicated Jewish topic with Rabbi Juan Marcos Bejarano Gutierrez. This is the fourth installment, or the fourth episode of this video series. And what we've been doing in the last several episodes is that we've been looking at verses from the Tanakh, from the Hebrew Scripture, that look at the term Mashiach, or anointed one, and we review its application. So what we've done is we've looked at passages that designate a Kohen, a priest, or a Kohen Gadol, or a high priest, or Kohanim, priests in plural, as anointed ones. We've also looked at one passage that discussed a prophet, a Navi, as an anointed one. And then the last episode, and then into this episode, we're looking at passages that designate a king as an anointed one. So again, at this particular stage, we're only interested in the text itself and where the term occurs. So we'll go ahead and continue with the next slide. And as always, I want to recommend a book in which each one of our videos. This episode, I'm recommending The Jewish Messiah by Rabbi Dan Kahn Sherbach. It's a review of every major claimant as Messiah that has appeared in Jewish history. So I think it's a very easy introduction for most people. But if you're interested in sort of the messianic idea as far as individual claimants are concerned, this would be a good book to start off with. So just as an overview before we jump into the text, again, we have been looking at the term Mashiach, or the derivatives of that term, and looking at the specific verses in the Tanakh, in the Hebrew Bible, that designate priests, prophets, and kings as anointed ones. So we will go ahead and continue with our first passage. This is just an overview of the ones that we've already covered with respect to kings. We'll be looking at the second section, and we'll go ahead and start with 2 Samuel 22:51, and we read, Migdol Yeshuot Malko Ve'ose Chesed Limshicho LeDavid Uzaro Ad Olam. A tower of salvation is he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David and to his seed forevermore. Now the next passage is from 2 Samuel 23:1, and we read, Ve'ele divrei David, ha-acharonim num David ben Yishai, hageber hukam al Mashiach Elohei Yaakov im zemirot Israel. Now these are the last words of David, the saying of David the son of Jesse, and the son of the man raised on high, the anointed of the God of Jacob, and the sweet singer of Israel. So we'll continue with the next passage from the prophet Habakkuk 3:13. Yatzata leyesha amecha, leyesha et meshichecha, machatzta rosh mibet rasha arot yesod ad savar sela. Thou art come forth for the deliverance of thy people, for the deliverance of thine anointed. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked, uncovering the foundation even unto the neck. Selah. And the next passage is from Psalm 2:2. Yit yatsevu malche eretz veroznim nosdu yachad al Adonai ve'al meshicho. The kings of the earth stand up, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. And then the last section that we'll look at is from Psalm 18:51. Magdil Yeshuot Malko ve'ose chesed limshicho, LeDavid uzaro ad olam. Great salvation giveth he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David and to his seed forevermore. Now, in the next video series, we will continue with the next section of verses, and we'll just continue on as we laid out in the first video, and look at every passage that we can find in the Tanakh, and then into the literature of the Second Temple period. Actually, I apologize. I missed one. Psalm 20. I just noticed that. Psalm 20, verse 7. Atayadati ki Hoshiach Adonai Meshicho Ya'anehu Mishme Kodsho Bigvurot Yesha Yemino. Now I know that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with the mighty acts of his saving right hand. Now let's make sure that we don't have another one. We might come up with another page, but I think this is the last one. All right, so this is the last one for now. Be sure to visit cryptojewisheducation.com if you're interested in Sephardic history or in the history of conversos of crypto Jews. And with respect to our video series on Messiah, we will see you on the next video in episode 5, and we will see you then.